Hi everyone, let's paint together today this 20 centimeters mandala SummerBerry. So beautiful colors, and it's summertime, so it's so like amazingly nature asking us to paint something like that. So base already prepared, every 45 degrees lines and circles every 1 centimeter. So with first color, all materials will be in description. With this Razzle paint, we are doing in the center big dot. And first row with dots will be with first our custom color. Again, materials will be in description. I made it with white and the same raspberry color. I'm giving you now this guidance, so we can put with these dimensions dots on the lines, as you see, around this circle, and after that carefully between these dots. This definitely may work with another sizes, but will be in other dimensions and so on. So with this size it's working like that, as you can see. For the second row, I'm choosing Petal Pink DecoArt, and this time, as usual, we are placing dots between previous row dots. But in this particular case, again, with these sizes, it's working literally 2 dots between lines, as you can see. Try to avoid like contact between dots, so paint when it's fresh can mix out, so we don't need it. And carefully take your time and move forward. The next row, I'm going with this bright strawberry color, and this time I'm placing dots on the lines again, as you can see, and again the same way with these sizes it's working. So on each line and one between. Moving forward, and this time we are creating like base, so making big dot, as you see, like 1 centimeter between the line, on between the rows circles on lines, and this time the color is for base is love potion. Again, all materials in the description box below this video. Everything ready. So around we are moving with 2mm dots, or as I showing you now, that definitely we can work with different tools. So we are placing one big dot and walking around with smaller dots like that. The color the same way the first custom color in description that we did first row of dots around the main central circle. So one central one on the line, as you saw, and walking around. First one on the line, we make a couple of times to come back with paint, and after that walking around. Moving forward with this beautiful strawberry color, again we are putting on a line, next line as you see, and on a circle, putting one dot, and after that below in a cycle inside two the same size, and it looks like literally like berries. So beautiful, amazing colors. I'm choosing thin brush for next move, so don't choose too big brush anyways if you don't have the same one. And I'm moving forward with the green custom color. I will put this in description. And look at this, how bright it is, and how this definitely connected, combining with this main palettes that we're already using. So I'm moving carefully around. If you're not sure yet in your strokes, just may wait until everything dry out and move forward after that. Because in this case, if you will do something wrong, from your opinion, I'm not saying that you will be wrong anyway, so but you can remove it easily when everything else dry out. So just don't rush, choose your paint and move forward. And it's so beautiful. Look at this. It's already visible how this change palette. So next one. I'm moving like 2 centimeters up and between the lines, as you see, with this beautiful strawberry color. And with tiny thin tool, I'm making like shape like a drop, as you see. So it's this elements that I'm creating, it literally the size of 2 centimeters with tail. It's beautiful. So you can combine, as you see, a couple of times if you feel that it's not enough paint, with the same tool again and again, and this way you will be move more and more paint on this element, on this dot at the beginning, and after that on this drop, like water drop, yeah, shape like that, yeah, like that. Just come back and move more paint on the top if you feel it, if you need it. Moving forward again with our first custom color, we are making one dot on the top and walking around. We are a little bit copying, but I may say doing with the same technique as we did the previous row of flowers. The center one a little bit bigger and just walking around with small ones. And walking around. Again, don't rush. Take your time. Wait until dry out if you need to. 2.5 millimeters tool and petal pink color. One dot on a line, on a circle, and two below with the same tool, like that. We almost did the same below, as you remember. And just create 3 dots like that, like on the top of every single element. It will be like our base for new row of flowers, big ones. And just move forward like that. And after that, we are moving forward with the same color, Petal Pink DecoArt, and we are choosing smaller tool, definitely, because I also want to walk around, but because this shape not so ideally like the same for all corners, so I'm choosing the smaller tool, but the same paint. Yeah, 1.5, and we are going around like that. But you see, because we chose smaller tool, it's helping us do not jump from size to size, and definitely make this like moving from bigger size to smaller much more like much better, much smoother. I definitely like this technique. So if you're not sure from jumping, doing all the dots with the same size, doing with these elements with different size tools, and this will help you, especially at the beginning when you can't kind of learning how paint works and so on. Yeah, everything ready. I decided to come back and with Petal Pink make small or medium size brush, a small like strokes around this big flower. So as you see distance between strokes, I'm not like making this too close to each other, and I'm walking around these 3 dots that we made before, and strokes going between these flowers. And this definitely brighten up a little bit our darker colors, and combining all together, because we did 1 row of dots in the center, so now these colors even more combined. I mean combined from the perspective, bigger perspective, from all Mandala perspective. And with I'm using the same brush, but you may choose maybe a little bit bigger, and the color is Razzleberry, the same that we did the center. And I'm making strokes around these dots that we did before. And I guess again the same tip I may give you. If you are not sure, just wait until everything dry out, and after that move with the strokes. In this case, if you are not, we are making, I don't want to even call it even a mistake, just if it something not work out, would not work out, you can remove it easily. Next stroke a little bit down, like 5 millimeters down from the previous one, as you see, and the color is strawberry. Really beautiful. I don't like that it's going darker when it's dry out, but it is what it is. It's still beautiful. Just be ready that this will be darker at the end. And like again, the same tip. If you are not sure, just wait until previous row dry out, previous strokes dry out, and move forward after that. Don't rush. Take your time and enjoy the process. It's really important. Enjoy the process. Definitely. Everything ready, and we are moving forward with Love Potion color. Again, like 5 millimeters lower we started, and moving around. Placing end of the stroke between these petals as we did before. So we are lightening up pressure from our brush to fit inside between these petal pink strokes. So we are pressing down at the beginning and lightening pressure. Pressing down and removing pressure. And moving like that. How beautiful it is. So moving forward, And again, we're coming back to our second custom color, our green one. And again, I'm starting like 5 millimeters down, and this time I'm pressing and placing the strokes between the flowers, as you can see. Really look at your paint. It's so different with all of us, different brushes, different temperature. We are putting different pressure on a brush, so this could be and should be different. We are all different. So try to not combine these strokes between flowers, and that's this way you can like remove or add a little bit more pressure. Really depends of your custom paint, custom mandala, because anyway you're creating your own one. And just move like that around. I like how these colors combining and working together. So the next one I'm doing, again, placing first dot on a line and two below, on a line and two below. And this Love Potion color, again with short time kind of confirming the same ornament, the same pattern, and this will working all together with our paint. With small tool, maybe 1.5 millimeter, I'm placing with our first custom color through small dots like that. Yeah, 1.5 millimeter, I believe is exactly this size. I just want to brighten up a little bit this particular place on the mandala. Yes, everything is ready, and with small brush making just around like that, small strokes, and the color is Petal pink. And I'm just making small flowers with these strokes around like that. And of the strokes going between these green ones. Just look at your paint and just, I'm not pressing too much. I'm just making small strokes. And again, if you're not sure, just wait until everything dry out and move forward after that. No pressure. A little bit down again, a couple of millimeters down, I'm starting strokes with beautiful strawberry and just around without any like additional pressure, just small ones, just move around. And when everything dry out without any rushing, we are moving forward with again our green strokes. I'm choosing the same brush, small one for this one, and I'm pressing on the top of these big flowers and I'm going down, and this is kind of long leaves for these flowers that we're just creating. But in a total for our paint, it's work like just green lines that working like all together now, as you can see. So interesting how it's working, how it's brightening up our paint. pressing down at the beginning and releasing pressure. I don't want to combine the green colors, so I'm just releasing pressure at the end. Everything dry out. I'm putting like straight from the bottle the same color at the center to make this central dot like more visible. Just remind you, this is Razzleberry. And with tiny tool, I'm moving around carefully. With the same color, I'm placing small dots on the top of this central row dots. Again, this base will be still kind of visible, but this color that we are placing now, it's kind of lighter, and this give like this more like deep feeling of color, if I may say. And the same color, small dots on the top, you can see on the video. Again, it's immediately brighten up. And this is Art Creation Pearl Red 3D drops. You see how I'm placing it on the top and with tiny tool making tails between strokes. To lighten up this central part of the flower and with oval shape, I believe it's around 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters maybe long. You can use just dots if you can, if you want. This is Petal pink color, and this immediately lighten up this spot. You see how it's working? Immediately working. I like it. And a little bit bigger, but we can use the same, just look at your sizes. And this time this is our first custom color. Again, I'm using oval shape, but you can use just classic form. And I decided with the same first custom color and 1.5 millimeter tool I'm placing on the top of these ones. They just dry out already. Small ones, again, to light up a little bit this. And I'm making a base with raspberry color. So I'm placing just paint and making like small tail between green strokes. I decided not to go with 3D drops like I'm doing usually, just with paint. Everything dry out again. And we finishing with 3D drops. Again, all materials in description. And for this central one, I'm placing drop and making small tails towards the center. And over there, I'm placing just a dot. You can choose whatever you want. Maybe you would like something else. Just make your paint, your custom paint, your custom mandala, and finishing like that. So hope you enjoy this video and this mandala, and see you next video. Bye!